Hello and welcome. I am so grateful to be here. First and foremost, let's get the business side out of this. Tag your planners below so that they can know you're here and you can, get those entries in for all of the cash prizes that we have available to you. My name is Kelly Mann, and I am many things. So I'm Kelly. I live in Texas. I live in West Texas, and I am a cancer warrior. So for the last, say, 15 months, I have been going through cancer treatments and all that entails. And what better time for me to talk about my experience using Riman than during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'm even wearing the shirt that my students and colleagues made. I teach at a university. And so anyways, it says teaching with heart, conquering with manpower. So my last name being Mann, the whole thing. So I just wanted to talk to you guys really briefly about what it has been like to go through chemo and have cancer and be trying to adjust how you manage your daily life. And if I look up here, it's because I've got some notes, because I can tend to, go down the rabbit trail. But, okay, so starting out, I was diagnosed with stage 2 invasive ductal carcinoma, HER2 positive, and estrogen receptor positive. What does that mean? That's a whole jumble of things. All you need to know there is that I found a lump, turned out to be cancer. It was about 2.5 centimeters in diameter. My lymph system, my lymphatic system, was not affected, was not involved. And so I was able to have some options there. But that will come into play here in a little bit when I talk about the hormone situation. So, if you don't know anything about chemo, or if you've never been around someone while they are going through chemo, everyone knows that chemo can cause hair loss. I was able to do some things to prevent that and minimize it at least. I still have some you can see. There it is. There's all my new growth. But I went through 12 rounds of chemo starting August 11th of 2023 and ending October 27th of 2023. So it was 12 weekly rounds. And what chemo also does to your skin is it dries you out like crazy. I, before cancer, had pretty oily skin. I started, as I got older, started to turn more into like combination, had oil, kind of here. But for the most part, I had fairly oily skin. I couldn't go too long without washing my hair, all of that. Well, when I started on chemo, the first thing that happened was I got the most horrific chemo rash literally my entire team of doctors had ever seen. So when I say this, like it is like literally heart-wrenching for me to go back and to see the photos or videos of myself with the rash. My entire face was covered, my neck, my chest, my shoulders, my back. I was covered. My skin was swollen, my face was swollen. I was taking 4 different antihistamines throughout the day, all day, like crazy. I had no energy, and obviously I had the other side effects of chemo as well. I still have chemo rash. Like, I have been getting infusions, not chemo, but some doctors will refer to it as chemo, for over a year. And my last treatment was 3.5 weeks ago. So that was my final one ever, my last infusion. I'm getting my port out soon. But I was still having these flare-ups every time I would get an infusion. And it was even worse when I was going through chemo. So beforehand, I had an oncology dermatologist, I had my oncologist, I had my surgeon, I had all these people looking at my case, trying to figure out what we could do to make it better. And nothing worked. I have a bag. People have skincare bags, skincare graveyard bags. I have a prescription graveyard bag of all these prescriptions that I tried, topical, oral, all of the things. I tried every over-the-counter thing. I tried everything, but nothing worked. Nothing worked. It never budged. It showed up like pustules. It looked like worse than I had it when I was a teenager. So I would get these flare-ups, and I would get them even stronger every time I got an infusion. And my doctors were like, sorry, like we can't really come up with anything else to help you. So I'll back up. I started using Riman for the first time in May of 2024. So after chemo, I was still going through infusions, and I was a little hesitant because of how my skin had been before that. The first time I used Riman, my skin freaked out. It freaked out because my skin barrier was trash. I had nothing left. I had put so many things on my skin. I mean, I was putting so much hydrocortisone, prescription strength hydrocortisone, I can't talk also, on my face, on my skin, my whole body, where I was like white, pasty white, like zinc, but it was hydrocortisone cream. So I had like nothing really working. And then I tried Riman, and it was like, my skin was like, what just happened? It didn't hurt. It just kind of freaked out for a second, and I stopped, and I was like, okay, I'm not sure about this. But I was intrigued because having hormone positive cancer is like a whole nother ball game. It means that I can't have estrogen. Like, I have no estrogen in my body. I'm in medical menopause. I am having to take aromatase inhibitors to even get rid of the minimal estrogen from my endocrine system. So I am not able to have anything, whether on or in my body, that could promote estrogen. So I was intrigued because I was looking at the ingredients. As I've been a cancer patient, it has become increasingly more important to me to look into what I'm putting on and in my body. And Riman, it met that need. It met that requirement that I had. And so I just was like, you know what? I'm going to try it again. And I tried it again. And you guys, it brought my skin back to life. And from that point on, I'm just so thankful that I did, because it kept my rashes that I kept getting from every infusion at bay. It finally gave me something that was just like, yes, I still had rash show up, but it wasn't as bad. My flare-ups were not as bad. In fact, I even had somebody tell me at my last infusion that it was like, I had on a polo shirt, and they said, it's like from the collarbones down, I can see it, but I don't see it on your face. And I was like, well, it's the Korean skincare. So it has been a life send for me. And on top of that, when you go through chemo, your appearance changes. Like, I was in counseling today, and I was like, I go through the grief process that I am not who I was before, emotionally, but also physically. I used to have long blonde hair and here we are. But my face, my eyes look different. Everything about me when I look in the mirror is different. But Riman has given me the life back to my coloring, the life back to my skin. And it has given me something to like actually do and look forward to every day, and to feel like I am able to still enjoy things and look beautiful in my new way. So that's all I had for you. It's been a pleasure. It's an honor to speak to you guys, and I would be amiss if I did not encourage you all to make sure you're doing your monthly self-exams. If I had not done mine, I would not be here. It saved my life and it could save yours. Remind your friends, get your mammograms, and go on. It was nice to visit with you guys. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to tag your planner. Grateful you guys are all here and hoping you all get the cash prizes. Bye.